Could you totally unplug? Could you cast aside all of your digital devices and go off the grid? Does the thought make you feel more relaxed and serene? Or does the idea of being disconnected fill you with anxiety?
Real time is the new prime time. So if we're living in a real-time situation and we're always on, we need to learn how to manage that, because if we don't, we're going to burn out.
What impact does this constant connection to our digital devices and to technology have on our health, our happiness, and our mental, physical, and spiritual well-being?
The ultimate goal is we want, as human beings, we want to be in charge of our health. And I think the more we trust that information, and the more accurate it is, the more real-time and well-informed it is, the more we'll trust it and use it. We will then take action before it becomes a problem.
How do we recharge and focus on ourselves when we're constantly connected to digital devices, pushing status updates and contact requests and new information our way?
There's this idea that's become popular, this theory, the fear of missing out, right? So people are very concerned that there's a conversation or a dialogue that's going on.
I don't think people understand how much their own story is being told by the things they like and endorse. I think people need to separate out the activities from who they desire to be.
The allure of 24/7 constant contact is so great that sometimes it can be hard to find balance.
We've come to what I think is the tipping point. How are you going to manage your work-life merge, and how are you going to use the technology paradox to your advantage? Staying in touch with your family and friends, staying in touch with work, but doing it in a way that works for you so that you don't burn out.
From biology to philosophy, everyone is searching for the secret to what makes us happy. And one thing all those disciplines agree on is that we make each other happy. We find joy in community and companionship. In fact, so much so that using social media releases oxytocin in our brains, the cuddle chemical that makes us feel loved. And yet what happens when we spend more time staring into screens than looking into the eyes of other human beings?
My son, when he was 4, he wanted to know, does your heart remote control people? Being human is kind of messy in that there is no on and off button of feeling and emotion. I think it's important to think about how are we teaching people what is human versus what is technical. And I think it's really important that we reinforce the usefulness of being human.
It's very easy with technology to sort of turn off and let technology do the work of identifying your own happiness, whereas I think people have to proactively take the charge and say, well, this is what I've identified. I want to use what technologies I want to use, or how this is going to make me happy, and start to pursue it.
People crave authenticity. People want to go, and there's the organic food movement, and in some ways, building a unique experience that you've had in real life is sort of just another example of that.
Are our brains evolving to keep up with the information overload, or is multitasking a myth? How can we be more mindful of our relationship with technology and with each other so that we can each find the balance we need for our own well-being?
There's a way to make an argument that these gadgets are making us more mindless, especially the easier they make things. You don't have to think about it anymore. You press a button and whatever we had to work on before just magically happens. And there's a way to understand that these gadgets could be leading us to be more mindful, because we have to now think of new uses. We change the way we've been doing things before. Just noticing new things is the essence of engagement. Engagement is what everybody is seeking.
One aspect of technology that will make us a lot more happy is when we start to make cultural decisions that will catch up with our technology.
The most important thing anyone can do is be a master of choice. And we are not that because we're too tired to make the choice and to plan to make the choice.
How is technology impacting your well-being? Do you see the digital world adding stress to your daily routine, or is it improving your quality of life? I'm Ramona Pringle, and this is Our Digital Life. Watch more videos on the evolving relationship of humanity and technology at rdigitaLife.com.